Dan Bidondi for TruthRadioShow.com. In this special report, we're going to talk about the massive police state that has gripped America, especially within the last couple of weeks. Now, I want to warn you, these videos you're going to see are very graphic. But the thing is, we have to show you these because you have to understand, folks, how much our civil liberties, our national sovereignty, our Constitution, Bill of Rights are under attack. And because it's our federal government, criminal elements in our government that's federalizing the local and state police departments. And you don't see no more officers in blue no more. You see them in SWAT team black to condition the public to say, hey, it's okay that militarized police, military, National Guard, Homeland Security is patrolling your streets, and it's okay when it's against posse comitatus in the Constitution. But however, they are militarizing the local and state police departments to do this. And we're going to get right to this story. It's very gripping. It's gripped America, causing huge outrage. One of many stories we're going to cover today. Eric Garner, the big guy that got choked out in New York City by New York Police Department cowards. And the guy, I guess he said the thing is, we're going to get into all this because it just makes me so angry right now. I've been watching the videos, getting this report together, and I am so angry. So if I stutter here and there, it's just because my blood is boiling. And anybody that's a real American that cares about liberty, cares about people, you're going to get upset as well. And if you don't get upset, you're not human. And you got a Staten Island man dies after New York Police Department cop puts him in a chokehold. And this is CBS New York reporting this, and a 400-pound asthmatic Staten Island dad died Thursday after a cop put him in a chokehold, and other officers appeared to slam his head against the sidewalk, and a video of the incident shows us.
I'm minding my business. Please just leave me alone. I told you the last time. Please just leave me alone. Please don't touch me. Don't touch me. Hold on. Listen, don't touch me, please. Do not touch me. Damn, man.
Alright, stop. Put your hands, buddy.
Put your hand behind your back. I can't breathe.
Once again, police beating up on people.
Back up.
Right here.
Back up, then get on that steps.
Okay.
Back up.
All he did was break up a fight. And this is what happens for breaking up a fight. This shit is crazy.
Very disturbing. I mean, my blood is boiling just from watching that. And you can hear him right there's in the article. It says, I can't breathe. And Eric Garner, 43, repeatedly screamed after 5 of these New York Police Department officers choked him out. And this is unprecedented, folks. This is disgusting. That's what's going on. I mean, like, just because he was selling single cigarettes. And this goes farther than that. They had a press conference yesterday by Patrick Lynch. He's the spokesman for the Patrolmen's Benevolent Association. He was on TV, dressed up the press and all that, to say, hey, and then we're going to read the articles too, what he's saying, and we're going to get to a couple of clips of Patrick Lynch of his justification of killing this man. And he says, a police union commissioner, the LouRockwell.com reports, you can't resist us or you're going to die. Exactly what he was saying.
We are here today to send a message to all criminals in every community across our city that the charge of resisting arrest is a very serious and dangerous one. The charge exists to encourage those being arrested to comply with the lawful orders of police officers so that those officers do not have to use necessary force to make that arrest. It's a serious crime, and it must be treated that way by all. We today are advising our members to be cautious while they patrol our streets.
This guy, Patrick Lynch, he's addressing, this guy's got this old grease ball here, all cocky, like, that's because he was resisting arrest when he wasn't resisting arrest. He said, don't touch me. He just backed his hands off. I mean, you just seen the video. I mean, it's just plain out disgusting. And this guy, I mean, he goes on to say, hey, it wasn't a chokehold.
His words in apparent chokehold. Have you spoken to him about that? And what is he
I have, and I think he's mistaken. It is not a chokehold. It was bringing a person to the ground the way we're trained to do to place him under arrest. You put your arm on them and bring them down. It was not a chokehold. And we will get use of force experts to say that. Yes, sir.
Right here, you know, Patrick Lynch is saying it wasn't a chokehold that killed him. When you could clearly see in the video, they choked him out to the ground. Then, when he was on the ground, you see the other officer put his knee into his neck. And you can hear the guy screaming, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. And Eric Garner, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. And after he's been choked out to the ground, you got another officer sticking his knee into his neck. And they said, oh no, it wasn't a chokehold that killed him. Patrick Lynch says that. You know, he says, wasn't a chokehold that killed him, and if you resist, you should expect to die. You know, this guy is such a slime ball, a gutless coward, and he's just damn lucky I wasn't at that press conference. It really was. And this guy is a slime ball of humanity. He really is. And you got another article that says New York Police Department cops chokehold didn't kill Eric Garner, as you just seen in the video here. Anti-police rhetoric caused his death. So he's saying because people criticizing the police, it's going to cause more deaths. That's exactly where they are going, folks. They are telling all the New York Police Department cops, hey, use excessive force if you have to. But here's the thing about this. And even though the chokehold by the cop killed New York man, a medical examiner confirms this. This is CNN reporting this. Even though Patrick Lynch said, no, it wasn't a chokehold that killed Eric Garner, but a medical examiner, reported by CNN, says, yes, the chokehold did kill him.
Ma'am, I agree with you. It should be a scientific fact backed up by the medical examiner's report. We've spoken to experts that never seen it released the way it was, without the medical facts behind it, without the medical examiner's report, and in parentheses, chokehold. That's not a medical term.
And Bill Bratton, he's the New York City Police Department's commissioner, confirmed that yes, chokeholds are prohibited by their officers.
The chokeholds are in fact prohibited by the New York City Police Department because of the concerns of potential death arising from them.
Now you can clearly see again in the video, they choked him down, choked him out, then stuck their knee in the back of his head. That's still a choke. When his face is like this to the ground, and you got your knee in your throat, that's a choke. And again, Bill Bratton, I'm sorry, from New York Police, he's the police commissioner, confirmed. And you got to see it right here.
The chokeholds are in fact prohibited by the New York City Police Department because of the concerns of potential death arising from them.
That's right, he confirmed using chokeholds is prohibited for their officers, but yet they choked them out anyways. And you got, again, CNN reporting the New York City Medical Examiner's Office Friday confirmed what demonstrators had been saying for weeks. A police officer's chokehold on a man being arrested for selling loose cigarettes killed him. Eric Garner, 43 years old, died July 17th after being confronted by police on Staten Island for allegedly selling cigarettes illegally. So yes, Patrick Lynch, that is a cause for your officers, your tyrannical officers to kill this guy. Now, I'm just like real fed up with this. I mean, I can't do a normal report about this stuff without getting my blood boiling, and I'm trying to hold it in. I really am, because this guy is a maniac. Then he's going on TV, oh, it wasn't a chokehold. If you resist us, you're going to die. You know, how dare you disrespect the God of the police department? How dare you? And, you know, then he has to bring up how Eric Garner got warned 15, 16 other times, whatever he said, of him having, basically him selling out loose cigarettes.
He was arrested 30 times, 8 times for that same infraction in that same location.
Nothing that has to do with justifying of Eric Garner being killed, being murdered by these New York Police Department scum. And Patrick Lynch, I would love to confront you face to face, you scumbag, because you sit there and ruthlessly justify the ends for the means because you want to say, hey, oh, you resist us, you're going to die. You know what? You're a scumbag, and I'm telling you right now, there's a revolution coming. Your ass, okay, is going to be behind bars. And I'm telling you right now, you want to warn us, If we resist, we're going to die. Well, guess what? I'm warning you, scumbag, and I'm warning every corrupt New York Police Department officer, any corrupt police officer across the country. I don't care if you're state, local, federal, whatever you want to be. You start doing this, okay? You start violating people's civil liberties. You start disobeying the Constitution, okay? There's going to be a revolution. You're seeing it all over the country. People are rioting. People are starting to get fed up with the police departments doing this, and I'm calling. And you come and arrest me and do whatever you want, Homeland Security, whatever. But I am calling. Dan Bidondi is calling for every state, to the citizens of every state, to gather up arms and form a well-regulated militia. That's right, form a well-regulated militia. And if cops, I just want to warn people, don't cause riots. Okay, breaking up your neighborhoods, blowing up stores, whatever, that riot stuff does not help the cause. All you're doing is ruining your own neighborhood and giving these scumballs justification to come after you. But, take it out the right way. You see police abuse going on, put these scumbags in their own handcuffs. Arrest them, civil arrest, civilian arrest. I mean, you can do that. And a well-regulated militia would enforce that. And I'm not saying I got to stay right now, all cops ain't like this. I got friends who are cops, okay, well-mannered cops who abide by the Constitution. But I have to warn you cops out there, too. All right, you nice cops out there, you good cops. You're putting your own lives in jeopardy. I don't care if you're a friend or whoever it is that's violating the laws, okay, if he's a higher-ranking officer. If you don't do nothing, okay, your life's got to be on line, because one day, the citizens of this country, the people are going to wake up. And when they wake up, they're going to start taking action. I mean, you're starting to see that unfold as we speak. And that's exactly what Homeland Security wants, so they can call and pull the plug for martial law. And, you've seen this all over the country, folks, and this is disgusting. And they had the nerve to threaten a witness of Eric Garner's death. And there's an article here from the newson.com. New York Police Department targeted a witness to Eric Garner's death and his family. And the wife of Ramsey Orta, a man who filmed Eric Garner's fatal encounter with New York Police Department, has been arrested. This comes a few days after her husband was arrested in an unrelated incident for which she insists was a setup, the Staten Island Advocate reports. And Christy Ortiz, 30 years old, the wife of the man who videotaped the police performing what appeared to be a fatal chokehold on Eric Garner, was arrested on assault charges and the New York Police Department spokesman said. And Miss Ortiz was arrested 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday in front of 206 Bay Street in a dispute with a female, the spokesman said. And basically, they're coming after all the witnesses, look like they did after the Boston bombing. The scum and the FBI and the Massachusetts State Police went down to Florida, killed one of the witnesses of the underwear bomber. The Boston bombing. And it just shows the intimidation, folks. I mean, again, you get this greaseball Patrick Lynch. He's got his hair slicked back and he's got his head cocked up like he's some big man. Oh, you disrespect us is uncalled for. Your life's got to be on the line. You piece of trash scum, okay? You're going to be arrested for treason one day. I bet you that. I mean, I bet vital parts of my anatomy on that one day. When this revolution does break out, you people will be brought to justice, I'm telling you right now. And it just makes me so mad. And we need to take justice, folks. We need to do something now. And the citizens of New York, I encourage you, arm up. Arm up to the teeth. I know guns are against the law and such. Arm up to the teeth. And I'm not saying going out and shooting people. No. I am saying get ready to defend yourselves, folks, because they're going to have Homeland Security and such coming down the streets to start pushing martial law. But the thing is, you need to arm up and form a well-regulated militia under the Second Amendment to put a stop to this. You make these cops held accountable. Now, if you see any police brutality, it's your duty to put a stop to that. Put these guys in their own handcuffs and teach them a damn lesson. Remember, we outnumber them. That's a big plus. And I'm not calling for violence, but you know what? If they want to come around and kill people, innocent people, you know what? You have a right to defend yourself. That's the Constitution guarantees you that. In a suit, cops choke and tase unresponsive deaf man, intentionally burning his flesh. This is an article by Steve Watson in Infowars.com reporting 4 police officers in Hawthorne, California beat and tased an innocent deaf man when he failed to respond to their demands during a routine call-out. The cops then charged the man with assault, according to details released as part of a lawsuit on behalf of the man. Now, let's take a look at this video. Very disturbing.
Like this other disabled man who was wheelchair bound. The cop was caught on video viciously attacking him. That cop, he was found not guilty of all charges. So this is just one of a number of untold cases of police beating and tasering physically and mentally disabled people across the nation. But is it any wonder why we have an out-of-control police force? Our military is training for domestic terrorists.
That is uncalled for. A deaf, unresponsive man, and you see how violently they took that man out of that wheelchair. I mean, it just makes my blood boil, and this stuff is going on in the gun and on, and nobody's doing nothing about it. The police state's running wild. They're having away with Americans, and nobody's doing a damn thing about it, man. A new police brutality video shows a California Highway Patrol officer repeatedly beating a woman around the head as she laid flat on her back. In this video here, you could clearly see, I mean, there's no call for this.
We know the woman in this video is Marlene Pinnock, a 51-year-old great-grandmother who was seen walking on a busy Southern California freeway on July 1st. But investigators have yet to release the name of the CHP officer seen beating her.
Why is the...
And the California Highway Patrol refused to release any information about the officer or the incident. And folks, this is pure police brutality at its best. Police State 101, and it's just getting worse. You got a SWAT team that barges in and assaults 2 children, smashes everything, and whoops, wrong house. We're sorry that we pushed your 2 kids' faces in with the butts of our rifles. Oh, and one cop had the nerve to comment to say, hey, that child walked into the butt of my rifle. And the kids got all bruises all over their face and everything else. One quote here, they didn't have any reason to, but they hit my nephew in the head with their rifle. He's 13. And this is from the freethoughtproject.com reporting this. And a SWAT team is under investigation for storming into a home in Coconut Grove at around 11 a.m. with narcotics. And I seen the news reports on this. The children, they were just they were in town from another state, whatever, and the father left them at their friend's house or whatever. And the cops, the wrong house, totally the wrong house, stormed the house, smashes everything, abuses the children, then says, oh, we're sorry, wrong house. And this is unbelievable. And the raid was supposed to be 2 blocks away. And then the cops later on justify the cause, saying, oh, well, we did find drugs in the house, as if to say it was okay, all the means were justified. Us bashing those kids' faces and would justify it because we did find drugs. So let's bash 2 kids' faces and butts of rifles. And in Ohio, police federally shot an Ohio man in Walmart over a fake gun in the toy section, and after he was screaming, it's not real. And they still shot him anyway. And this is from Liberal Land. They're reporting an Ohio man was shot dead by the police at Walmart store in Beaver Creek while holding a toy gun. John Crawford's relatives said that they've contacted civil rights organizations because they believe the shooting was not justified. 22-year-old Crawford was identified as the man Beaver Creek police shot and killed Tuesday night. And according to the Lee C. Johnson, the mother of the Crawford's children, she was on a cell phone call with Crawford when he was shot by officers. And she quoted, "We was just talking. He said he was at the video games playing videos, and he went over there by the toy section where the guns were, and the next thing I know, he said, it's not real. And the police started shooting, and they said, get on the ground. But he was already on the ground because they had shot him," she said, adding, "and I could hear him just crying and screaming. I feel like they shot him down like he was not even a human." And Beaver Creek Police Chief Dennis Evers said officers acted appropriately. So there you go, folks. Acted appropriately after a man screaming, it's not a real gun. He probably threw the gun down too. And afterwards, they shot him. So, I mean, you're just seeing police brutality all over the place. Now, final story. 18-year-old unarmed teenager on his way to his grandmother's in Missouri was shot dead at 2:15 in the afternoon by police. And then right here in the New York Daily News states that unarmed 18-year-old man shot dead by police in Missouri. And it says witnesses, some 200 angry residents filled the streets in the city of Ferguson, 12 miles north of St. Louis, and screamed at cops after Michael Brown was gunned down. It wasn't immediately clear what prompted the officers to open fire. St. Louis County Police promised a lengthy investigation. And the article goes on to say an 18-year-old Missouri man was shot dead by a cop Saturday, triggering outrage among residents who gathered at the scene shouting, "Kill the police." Michael Brown was on his way to his grandmother's house, as we explained, at 2:15 in the afternoon, and police and relatives stated. And what prompted the Ferguson police to open fire wasn't immediately clear. And folks, this is unreal. I mean, innocent child gunned down. I mean, he's 18 years old, he's an adult, but still a child to the world. I mean, on your way to your grandmother's house and you're shot dead for no apparent reason. And this shows you, folks, the police brutality is unreal, off the chains. I mean, this is crazy. This all happened within the last couple of weeks here, and it caused a huge outburst of it. As St. Louis Today reports anger confrontation after fatal shooting of teen by Ferguson police officer. And people took to the streets again, screaming, "Kill the police!" And I mean, it just got so bad that police started using tear gas to disperse the St. Louis looters. Now, the police went out to say, "Oh, people are looting." Now, half of that's true, half isn't. Yes, people did loot, but of course, the police are going to use that to justify spraying tear gas on innocent people. And again, like I said at the beginning of the video, if you're going to outrage against something like this, folks, don't go looting stores, don't go burning cars, destroying your own neighborhood. That's where you live. You know what I mean? Take action the right way. Stop making these police held accountable. Bring video cameras everywhere. And my heart goes out to the family of all these victims, and especially the victims themselves. I mean, folks, I just at loss of words what to say and what to tell you. And I talked about having a militia, and I'm not calling for violence, folks, but we as human beings, we as Americans, we as people who abide by the Constitution, the laws of the land were written there for our protection and to protect ourselves. But folks, I am so upset over this. I mean, it took me a couple days to get this report together because every time I watch the stuff, it just makes my blood boil. And you got scum, the Patrolmen's Benevolent Association, Patrick Lynch, slime balls like that love to see death. They love to see people suffer, then turn around and justify it to say, "Hey, you know what? You don't obey us. You're gonna die, you little son of a bitch. We're gonna choke you to death. We're gonna shoot unarmed kids. We're gonna go all over the place, tase people in wheelchairs and choke them to death, and tase them till their skin falls off because we love it, and we're gonna laugh about it." It just makes me so angry that this stuff is going on. And again, you can't take this out on all police officers. There are good police officers out there. I have friends who are good police officers. But to those corrupt scum, I mean, I would love to take your badge off and you come see me face to face. If you think you're a man, okay, to shove an innocent woman's face into the bench in the jail cell or doing any harm to these kids, why don't you come see me, scumbag? And I would love to put you in your own handcuffs. But you know what? Violence doesn't solve everything, and but the thing is, I'm telling you right now, you scum, all you're doing is you're gonna wake a sleeping giant. Just like after after the Pearl Harbor, when the Japanese stated about the United States, all we did was wake a sleeping giant. And that's what you're doing, police state. That's what you're doing, New World Order. And you think, oh, well, because we're going to cause riots and all that, we're going to send Homeland Security to mop people up, put them in camps, and call for martial law. You know what? All you're doing, scumbags, is waking a sleeping giant. The people have had enough. They're fed up. I'm fed up. Okay, we have had enough of your crap. Okay, we are not going to take it no more. And you will see 1776 come again. You will see it here in 2014, probably 2015. You will see it because you're seeing all over the streets. People are getting rage. They're getting mad. And one day, people are going to start taking action and put these scumbag, corrupt police officers in their own damn handcuffs. Because it's just making me so mad, so fed up, and I'm just sick of it. I really am. And I'm going to try to make another police state movie. I got one on YouTube. It's called The American Police State to Protect and Serve the New World Order. And I want to make another one, folks, because this is out of control. We need to spread these videos viral. I mean, Alex Jones has got several police state videos. I mean, this stuff needs to be spread viral, folks, because we are under attack. I mean, our own people. And we're supposed to be able to defend ourselves against enemies foreign and domestic. And it's not foreign, folks, it's domestic. Right here in America, our Homeland Security is targeting us as terrorists. Our FBI is targeting us as terrorists. They stage terror attacks, then blame it on patriot groups most of the time. Then you have federalized local state police departments just having their way with America. Nobody's doing a damn thing about it. You know, we need to get up. We need to rise up and do something about it. We got to stop this crap, okay? Stop the being politically correct. And I don't care if you're a Republican or Democrat. You need to put that party bull crap away and come together as Americans, like the founding fathers, the spirit of 1776. They were constitutionalist independents, okay? Never mind your damn conservative and liberal pride. You need to put that away, folks, because if we don't do something now, our children, they're going to be bootlickers. So you better, if you don't want to do nothing, folks, train your children to lick boots, because exactly that's what they're going to be doing if we don't do something now. If we don't make the sacrifices right now like our founders' fathers did, if we don't make these sacrifices right now, our country ain't going to be no more. Our kids are going to be living on depression. And we're living on depression now, so you only imagine what our kids are going to be going through. I mean, a kid brings a gun to school, a fake gun, a toy gun, a bubble gun, they arrest the kid. I mean, we are under, and the condition of children say the Second Amendment is bad, when the Second Amendment should have been the First Amendment, because it's the most important amendment. It protects all the rest of your rights. So, folks, especially in New York and places that have no guns, you need to arm yourselves up to the teeth. As our founding father stated, George Washington, the citizens should be armed to the teeth. And I'm just so fed up and sick of the crap, okay? And these damn corrupt police officers, again, I say this all the time, my friend Jay Swift in Pawtucket, Rhode Island here, he was shot dead, unarmed and naked, with his hands up. A coward cop come up behind him, shot him right in the back, in the spine area, and killed him, right in front of his family and neighbors. And then he had no weapon. He was completely unarmed, and they shot him in the back. This is the rage, the mentality, these steroid freak cops running all the streets with their little mustaches. I'm God, oh yeah, I'm gonna beat your face and I'm gonna smash your face into the ground and you're gonna like it, you little scum. Well, you know what? We're not gonna take it no more, because the only thing that's stopping us from defending ourselves is that scummy little badge on your chest. But one day that's not gonna matter no more, because when this revolution starts, all you corrupt scum, all you corrupt criminals, all you corrupt politicians out there who push this, all you people in the Pentagon, all you people in Homeland Security, and especially the United Nations scum, okay? All your people are going to be brought to justice one day. And I'm telling you, all you're doing is waking a sleeping giant. Because in these eyes here, you see anger, okay? That's called the spirit of 1776. The same spirit our founding fathers had over 200 years ago. And that's going to be the same damn spirit when the United States, the people in America, come together as one, stop the racism divide, stop the political divide, stop the religious divide, and say, hey, you know what? Screw all that. We're Americans, and we're going to stand for our America, and we're going to stand for our Constitution, and we're coming for you, New World Order. And as my logo here, right here says, we're declaring a war on the New World Order, and that's exactly what we're going to do. And I'm going to be, to my last dying breath, exposing every bit of you scum. And if I could get out to some of these places to confront you police officers, I'm going to do it. Because I confronted the Secret Service, I confronted Homeland Security, I'm not afraid of anybody. There's only one person I'm afraid of, and that's God upstairs. And yes, I'm a terrorist from saying that, according to Homeland Security. And God, Jesus Christ, my Savior, is the only person I fear, because they are my Savior. And I don't fear nobody else, because God says, if I am with you, who could be against you? And that gives me all the courage in the world. And this is Dan Bidondi for TruthRadioShow.com, declaring war on you scum, New World Order.